Okay, hi there. It's me, Nick. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, next up is ballet. This is the last 5 episodes of this season. I'm going to be doing the next season sometime. Hopefully, it will take much shorter to talk about it since there's really not that much to talk about, even though there's more episodes. So, yeah, ballet features the opening segment apparently from Sophie Art Circus, where they're falling off the slide. I think I remember that, but I don't think it was this episode. Yeah, I honestly could have sworn this had the up and down dance, but I don't know. And then the TV event, which is an exclusive TV event that Poe gets chosen. The later audio of Poe cheering when she gets chosen is used. And yeah, this TV event is featured on the Silly Songs and Funny Dances video. An edited version would later appear in Teletubbies Everywhere. So yeah, I have seen this TV event before on that video and on TV. And the entire second half of the episode is the second half of Hanukkah, where Tinky Winky is trying to dance with this skirt, and yeah, it keeps getting stuck everywhere. And then the Nunu puts it on his head, and I just thought it looked like very silly. The yeah, I think it has the rabbit song before the segment starts. I think it might be the same version from Bedtime. I'm not sure. It probably doesn't, but yeah. And then like apparently still has that weird error where like it just stays on like the shot of the front door for several seconds before it shows the windmill spinning for the dancing bear, which that I don't remember. And then after that, they go do the running away dance, which I think is the same version from Becky and Jed finding eggs, the UK version. This episode aired on April 1st, 2002. This is an April Fool's Day episode, unofficially. This aired just a while before the next season. Yeah, this was a thing where, like, yeah, the last half of a season would air the same year as the first half of the next season, because I think Barney did that when season 8 was airing. Uh, just before the second half of season 8 of Barney, like, they already started releasing those season 9 home videos, where it was like two, like, abridged episodes put together into one whole video. And then, like, the second half of season 8 aired in 2004, in early 2004, while in late 2004, that's when they started airing the first half of season 9. But we're talking about this show. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. And the Pledge Drive area, it has the tiptoe dance at the beginning, the same version from Cafe Eggs, which that I may or may not remember. Stupid pieces of hair on the computer screen. I don't know how that happens, but it always happens. And then after the TV events is every time there's always like something that I could have sworn I typed here, but like every time I check this, it's been erased or something. But yeah, but I think the segment uh, with the round and round dance that Tinky Winky does, not the round and round dance. I think that's kept. And I think the dancing bear might be the same version from My Pretend Friend, where the bear dances twice and then the windmill stops spinning and the voice trumpets about halfway up. Yeah, I'm not sure. Poe's the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter. I think with the alternate ending music. 3 of these alternate airings have Lala being the Boo Shouter. I think they might all have the alternate ending music. I'm not sure. And in the rerun airing, it has the Stamping and Stepping dance at the beginning, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Piglets, apparently, because the music does not go higher pitched when they do the dance a second time, which that's pretty weird. And the windmill starts spinning with the scene of them saying "uh oh" from the jumping dance. And then after that, it's the segment from Colors Pink where Tinky Winky doesn't know how to make tubby custard. And apparently it ends with the windmill spinning with the scene of the Teletubbies saying "uh oh" from the U.S. version of Carnival, uh, where yeah, that's the scene from Sandcastles. And then they go watch the Magic House. It's the bottom right window version, and the camera fades to the windmill stopping. And getting all wonky. Dipsy's the missing. Oh, wait. Lala's the missing Teletubby, and also the Boo Shouter. And at the Sprout area, it has the opening segment from Squeezing, where Teletubby just. Or where Lala just walks through the door, and the windmill starts spinning as she goes back out. Which that I don't think I remember. And then after the TV event is the. I just have to fix this. After the TV event is the segment from Floating Boat, where Tinky Winky's bag falls into a puddle and starts floating around, and he does a special dance, which I may or may not remember that. And then after that is the Magic Tree, which I think just starts right after the baby son is shown giggling. See, another thing that's erased. And it's the same version from Naughty Horse Returns, apparently. Which, yeah, again, the Magic Tree is off sync. Which that I don't remember. And Poe is the Boo Shouter. In the alternate Sprout area, it has the segment from Giraffes at the beginning where the Teletubbies are standing in different spots, which that I may or may not remember. I don't know why I'm saying remember very wrong. I'm losing all my memory. Yeah, there's two different versions. I can't remember it was the version from Windmill that I saw, because that had the normal cloud animation, while this one just uses the pink tubby custard cloud. And then after a TV event is the up and down dance, which is the same version from Painting Easter Eggs. And then the Magic Tree, which is the same version from, I think, Sparkly Spider. And Lala's the Boo Shouter. Next up is Mark Making Pictures. This episode aired on April 2nd, 2000. I think I remember it aired during the 10th anniversary. So it has the opening segment with the Teletubbies just walking around, which I think it has the alternate version of the Field 4 opening shot with the regular extended opening music, from what I remember. And then the TV event, which I'm not sure if I remember, but yeah, none of the kids are named Mark. They're making marks, like pictures with like footprints with like boots, and then they have like an egg beater, and like they're rolling a ball that's covered in paint. Yeah, and the baby son's giggling after a TV event is different. And then there's the segment with the Teletubbies looking at the clouds, uh, which that I'm not sure if I remember, but apparently the narrator's dialogue is re-recorded from the in the Look DVD, which that I'm not sure. And then they do the Dizzy dance, which is the extended version. And Lala's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky is the Boo Shouter. I think the with the delayed voice trumpets, I think I heard, and I think with the alternate ending music. And the pledge drive airing, man, I should have thought this whole thing through. In the pledge drive airing, it has the segment from Seahorses after a TV event where the Teletubbies are looking for interesting things, which I think that's a very vague memory for me. Like, I don't know like who finds what, but I know what they find. They find like a bunch of rocks, and then a puddle, and different sized clouds, and unusual looking flowers. Which that is cool. Huh? Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna get wonky again, but I think it like after that it has the round and round dance, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Collecting Stones, where it's the same version from Strawberry Picking, where we see a shot of them posing at the end. And then we see the windmill spinning with the scene of the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh" from Caterpillars. And then they watch the magic house. I'm not really sure what window. And yeah, I think the windmill stops spinning. Maybe I should check. It's the bottom left window, and the windmill stops spinning. I don't know why it keeps looking like something is erased. And Poe is the Boo Shouter. In the rerun area, it has the segment from Squeezing after a TV event where they find a squeezy tube full of what looks like toothpaste. It's a very weird segment. I think it's another vague memory, but I remember seeing the segment in a different language on YouTube. I remember being so grossed out by this. Yeah. And then after that, it's the stretching dance, which I think is the same version from the UK version of Running. And then that's it. And the Sprout area, it has the segment from Hanging Out the Wash, where the clothesline appears. This really weird one, where they find like a vest and some socks and a pair of underpants that Lala wears. It's very weird. Another weird segment I remember watching on YouTube and being very weirded out by that. I think I heard the dialogue is re-recorded because some of the clothes have different names or something. And the baby son giggles after that instead of screaming. And then they do the stretching dance again, which is the shortened version. Once again, it's the same version from Running, but it has the ending from Making Bread, where they see the windmill spinning, and they go watch the Three Ships, which is the same version from Making Bread. Poe is the Boo Shouter. And the alternate Sprout airing, it has the opening segment from Seahorses, where the Teletubbies are walking in between the trees, which I'm not sure if I remember that. I think it's like the same spot where Lala was crawling in the crawling episode. And then after TV events, it has the same segment where they're watching the clouds, but this time it ends with the scene of the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh" from Clockwork. Very weird. From the opening scene. I don't know why I said very weird. I was thinking of the other segment from that episode where they're in front of the house, but there was another segment where they were like far away from the house with their favorite things. Yeah, and the windmill stopped spinning. So yeah, this is not starting off very well. Next up is Longhorns. This was aired on April 3rd, 2002, and was released on VHS with some Teletubbies Lala dolls. And yeah, Lala does some stuff in this episode. She has the opening segment to herself, and the rest of the episode she is there, but like she doesn't really do that much. It's called "It's Time to Hear the Horns," which yeah. The opening segment has Lala making adjustments on the control panel, which I may or may not remember. The baby son is heard giggling at the beginning, and there's two bird sound effects heard, and the sound of the Nunu's eyes moving around are muted. And then the TV events, which I don't think I remember. I remember watching this episode from the "It's Time to Hear the Horns" video on YouTube years ago. It was one of those like users that was like uploading like multi-part VHS rips in like really bad quality, at least bad quality now that I think about it. And yeah, I thought this was like a direct-to-video thing, and then I realized this actually aired on TV, which I may or may not have a vague memory of. Because after the TV events, it's very interesting magical events, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Puppies. It's the Little Bo Peep magical events, the longest magical event, one of the more weirder ones. The Teletubbies saying "uh-oh" is off sync, and the Teletubbies are not heard giggling when the event starts, and the baby son shown giggling instead of the windmill stopping. Yeah, it's the same clip that we usually see after a TV event, which is seen in a lot of the later episodes. Especially in the next season, we're going to see that a lot at the beginning and end of a lot of segments. And then after that, they do the Follow the Leader dance, which is the same version from the... I think it was the Sunday special version of Carnival 2. I better look it up again. No, it's the same version from the US version of Chameleons, except this time has the Home Hill 4 opening shot, which I remember being mind blown by that when they look to where the Nunu rolled away, and it shows the voice trumpet rising. I was expecting them to say "uh-oh" and run off, because I remember seeing like some of those segments on YouTube where that happens. Poe's the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter, with Dave Thompson being credited, even though I don't think any of his segments are in this episode. In the Pledge Drive area, it has the running away dance in the middle of the episode, which I think is the same version from Numbers 1, version 1. And then it has the Poe's Blowing Day segment from the US version of Bubbles. And then the Three Ships with the windmill stopping. I'm not sure if I remember that. Yeah. And Lala's the Boo Shouter, I think, with the alternate ending music. I'm not sure. In the rerun airing, it has the opening segment from Orange Picking, the US or UK version, where Dipsy's fetching the others outside, which that I vaguely remember. And then it has the segment from Cafe Eggs, which I think starts with the Right Path 1 opening shot, where the Teletubbies are making music with their tubby custard. And then they watch the animal parade with the elephants' trumpets. And the windmill stops spinning, I think. And Poe is the missing Teletubby. And Dipsy is the Boo Shouter. In the Sprout airing, it has the opening segment from Otters, where Dipsy is making adjustments, and he just completely destroys the control panel, and it just like stops working. Which that I'm not sure if I remember. And this has the splashing dance comes in the middle of the episode in the rerun airing. I think. I'm not sure. I may have gotten that wrong. And the Sprout airing, the Little Bo Peep segment still appears, but before that, it has the segment from Catherine's Toy Farm, where that segment came before the event where Lala fetches the others. And yeah. And then after that, they do the walking dance, which is the same version from Numbers 3, version 1, which I don't think I remember that. See, another thing is erased, I'm pretty sure. And Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby. And so the alternate Sprout airing has the opening segment from Naughty Sock, where the Teletubbies pop up and say "uh-oh," which I don't think I remember. And then after a TV event, it has the segment from Carnival 2, where the Teletubbies are singing songs about their favorite things, and Poe sings the song about Cloud, which I remember that in silly songs and funny dances. But I don't think I remember in this episode. And then after that, they go watch the Dancing Bear dancing once. And then they do the Stamping and Stepping dance, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Longhorns. It's the extended version, and the windmill stops spinning after the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh." So yeah. And Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Poe's the Boo Shouter. So yeah, next up is Running. This was aired on April 4th, 2002, and was also released with some Tinky Winky toys. Or no, Dipsy. That's the next episode is Tinky Winky. It's called "It's Time to Run Around." Dipsy is the main star of this episode because he loves to run around. It has the same opening segment where he is running around briefly, which I'm not sure if I remember. And then the TV events. And then which I don't think I remember. Dipsy just loves to run. And then after that, the Baby Son clip at the end is different. But then they go do the falling down dance, not the running away dance, which is the same. And the opening music for the Dipsy running segment is not delayed, unlike in the original episode. They do the falling down dance, which is the same version from the UK version of Making Salad. But the Sun Baby clip at the beginning is shortened with the audio being different. And this one actually has the camera zooming into the windmill, but it uses a much different whooshing sound, which is the same one from Puppies before Little Bo Peep starts. And then the shot of the windmill zooming in for Magical Event is shortened. And then they go watch the Magic House, which is the same version from Rebecca's Dogs, the Sunday special version. It's the bottom right window version, the slow Magical Event tune, slowed down. And the camera fades to the windmill stopping, with the sound being delayed, which that I don't think I remember. And yeah. And Lala is the missing Teletubby and the Boo Shouter. In the Pledge Drive airing, it has the Nunu tidying up Dipsy's hat from the Pancakes episode, which that I might remember. And then after TV event, it has the other segment from Pancakes where they're running around in circles, which that I'm not sure if I remember. And then the Magic House, and then they go do the walking dance. The Magic House is the same version from Rapping, where it's the bottom right window version, and the baby son's shown giggling. And then after that, they do the walking dance, which is the same version from Cat's Night Out, the UK version, which that I might remember. And Pose the Boo Shouter. In the rerun airing, it has the running away dance at the beginning, which is the same version from Herding Sheep, except this time it has the US version of Herding Sheep, except this time when the windmill starts spinning, it's the same scene of the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh" from the morning exercises segment from Throwing, which that I'm not sure if I remember. I don't think I do. Wow, it's so quiet. And then the and then the falling down dance is cut, which I think like the Magic House might start right away. And the Sprout air. Oh wait, Dipsy's the Boo Shouter. In the Sprout airing, it has the tiptoe dance in the middle of the episode, which is the same version from the UK version of Carnival, which that I may or may not remember. And then the falling down dance is cut, and then they go watch the Three Ships instead. That still shows the baby son screaming after the Dipsy running segment. And then the Sun Baby giggles after the magical event. Pose the Boo Shouter. And the alternate Sprout airing is another one of those snow episodes where, like, I think it has the Poe being the missing Teletubby with the snow appearing when the voice trumpet says, "Where have the Teletubbies gone?" Which, yeah. But, like, it doesn't snow throughout the entire episode, only, like, certain parts. Because the opening segment is the one from Monkey Safari, where they're doing special things. It's a really long segment, so I'm not sure how it fits in this episode. And then after a TV event is Dipsy Remembering the Snow from Christmas in Finland. And then is something very weird I found out about recently. It's the Magic House from the Sunday special version of Christmas in Finland, where it's the version from the UK version of Carnival. It's the bottom left window version. And apparently it snows during this magical event. There's snow on the ground, and we see snow falling when the windmill stops spinning, which when I heard about that, I was like, what? I've never seen anything like that. That's gotta be like ultimate lost media. And Pose the Boo Shouter. So yeah, pretty interesting. And last is Boots, which this aired on April 5th, 2002. This was packaged with some Tinky Winky dolls. As it's time to wear your boots, Tinky Winky appears in every single segment in this episode. He's kind of like the only character other than the other Teletubbies, which, other than Poe, Dipsy, and Lala, only appear through stock footage in this episode. So yeah, it's pretty much the same as the UK version. It starts with the Home Hill 3 opening shot with the extended opening music at the beginning. Tinky Winky jumping inside the house, which I may and may not remember. And then Tinky Winky and Poe trying on the boots after TV events. I don't think I remember the TV events. I might. But the boots segment, probably not. The Baby Sun clip at the end is different. And then they do the Calypso dance, which is the same version from Spiders, except the Baby Sun's giggling at the beginning is different. So yeah. And the voice trumpet's about a few inches lower. Tinky Winky is the missing Teletubby, and Poe is the Boo Shouter. The only one of these Time 2 videos where it's not Lala being the Boo Shouter and doesn't have a magical event. It's kind of a boring episode. I thought it was alright. Dave Thompson's credited once again. In the Pledge Drive airing, it has the opening segment from Windmill, the same version from Windmill, where they're standing in different spots. Which that I remember mentioning, I might remember. But I'm not sure if this is the episode I remember with it. But I'll probably save that kind of theory for another time. The boot segment is cut, and then the Calypso dance is the same version from Big Hug. This is the episode that I remember with this certain thing happening. It's the same version from Big Hug because of the same opening shots. And then after that, we see the windmill scene from numbers 8, but this time with the second part of the magical event tune playing, and they go watch the magic tree, and the camera fades to the windmill stopping. This may or may not be the episode I remember with it. I think I might have to agree. I still think that was kind of a dream that I had, though. But yeah. And Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Poe's the Boo Shouter. And the rerun area has the opening segment from Numbers 4 version 1. Poe comes into the house with her scooter. Actually, is this the version where she brings her scooter? Or there's two different versions that were used in multiple episodes with like slight differences. I don't know. And she brings the other Teletubbies inside that I may or may not remember. And then after a TV event is the Dipsy's Long Walk segment from Dad's Lorry, something I'm not sure if I remember. And then after that, after the baby sun's shown giggling, it cuts to the windmill spinning for the Dancing Bear, which is the same version from Carousel, the UK version. And Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. I think one of these might have the alternate ending music. I'm not sure which one. And the Sprout airing, I have no idea what that smell is. That's why I'm distracted, the smell. But in the Sprout airing, it has the Round and Round dance at the end, which is the same version from Circles, I think. So yeah, Dipsy's the Boo Shouter. In the alternate Sprout airing, it has the three ships after the Boots segment, which has the bird's eye view windmill scene without showing the Teletubbies saying "uh-oh," which that I may or may not remember. I don't know why I'm saying remember very wrong every time. But yeah. And then after that, they do the happy dance, which apparently, from what I heard, the windmill stops spinning before the Teletubbies say "uh-oh," but when the Teletubbies are saying "uh-oh," they're not heard saying "uh-oh" at all. They're just completely silent, which Yeah, that I'm not sure if I remember. Weird error. So that's it for this episode. So the fundings for this season were done by Danimals. They use the same Danimals animation from the Zaboomafoo fundings. This is only in the original airings of some of the episodes. On WNET, these were locally funded by the Helena Rubinstein Foundation. So yeah, later on they just did the viewers like you. Thank you. So yeah, we have most of this episode or most of the season archived. We're only missing like 3.5 episodes. We got like almost the entirety of Colors Yellow on YouTube, but only like certain clips of the episode. And we're missing like these 3 episodes: Becky's chocolate treats, ballet, and Mark making pictures. Some of the segments are on some of the home videos, some of them being the featured segments, or some of them being bonus features. I don't really know if those count, since the home videos, sometimes the segments are a little bit different and you just never notice. So, yeah, that's it for this season. And yeah, I can't wait for the next season. It's gonna be all over the place, like literally everywhere, if you know what I mean. Bye.